Hello friends! Today we're taking a look at the newest addition to the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette family, the Gold Palette. Do an eye demo, talk about the palette, see if it's worth it or not, and take it from there. If you want to dip into Natasha Denona's Gold Palette, see swatches and an eye demo, then please keep on watching. If it's your first time here, my name is Alicia. My platform is called Kinky Sweat, combining all things movement and beauty. Kinky refers to my hair, sweat refers to my lifestyle. I'm a group fitness instructor as well as a flexi bendy enthusiast, but I also love makeup, so I'll make sure to include all products I use today in the description box below. Timestamps will also be provided because I know how some of you are. This is the newest 15 pan palette added to the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette family. It is limited edition, so if you really want to pick this up, I would, take a look at it. Retails for a whopping $129. That's why people are thinking about buying it during the weekend, because you get some 20% knocked off. Maybe worth thinking about. 15 pieces of eyeshadow, 15 pans, weighing at 2.5 grams for each pan, or 0.08 ounces. The box itself, I love. Black and gold is like the way to go, man, all the time. Box is recyclable. This eyeshadow palette has an expiration month of 24 months, not bad. It's paraben free, not tested on animals, talc free, cruelty-free, all the frees. Inside of it is a metallic gold and the actual palette. The mirror effect of this freaking palette is insane. I think this is probably one of the most beautifully designed palettes I've seen from Natasha ever. I don't know, because Mama Pat's also in my drawer, so she has some heavy competition. But for Natasha Denona, strictly Natasha, I think this is probably one of the most beautifully designed palette covers I've seen from her. Opening her up, you have the 15 shades in her usual 15 pan layout. And I would recommend that you watch her video that she has on the Sephora site on her gold eyeshadow palette product page. She has like 2 tutorials, and she has one strictly devoted to describing the shades, why she designed a gold eyeshadow palette, and all sorts. In that video, she mentioned that her inspiration for creating a gold palette, an all gold palette, is that palettes that she's seen maybe have 1 or 2 gold shades and the rest are other colors. She wanted to create a 15 pan shadow palette strictly devoted to gold. Warm golds, cool golds, brown golds. She also mentioned that the golds she's encountered thus far were either too yellow or too orangey. Thought it was really difficult to create a true gold shade, so she took on that challenge. And of course, being the makeup artist that she is, she wanted just to create like an all gold palette with different hues, with different feels and different characteristics. I'm going to swatch these in the order she swatched in the video. So she first grouped all the gold, like the true gold shades together. Then she moved into the green shades that were like green shifts, green tones, and then she went into like the more brown neutral champagne tones. First we'll go in with Oro, and this is her true gold high shine pressed powder. This texture is amazing. I wouldn't expect anything less from Natasha. It is real looking gold. I mean, that is gold. I feel like you're so far. Let me move you a little closer. Next gold we have is Alchemist, which is the one right under. You like my nail? Kale Polish, Leo from her Zodiac collection. Zodiac. Alchemist is a brownish gold pressed powder. Definitely looks more brown in nature in comparison to Oro, which is a more true gold. The texture beyond smooth. I mean, gorgeous color. Look at that shine. Isn't that crazy? Ah, I love it. The last true gold we have is Aurum, which is, where's this sucker? Here in the corner. And this is a cool gold cream to powder formula. This feels a lot thinner in comparison to Oro and Alchemist. I feel these two have a lot more body to them, and this is just a touch thinner. The first two were metallic pressed powder, and this was just a cream powder, so maybe it's just thinner by nature because the consistency is different altogether. But nonetheless, still a beautiful shade. Definitely a lot more cooler than the first two. Now we're gonna move into the greenish shades that have green shifts, green undertones, green feels. She thought it'll be really nice to pair these green shades with the gold because it definitely kind of speaks to that gold sensation, that feel. First up, we have Lime Chrome. Even in the pan, you see the shift in this eyeshadow color. It's gorgeous. This is a golden apricot duo chrome with a green shift. Absolutely gorgeous. You see the green shift on camera and it is like a green. Lime, look at that. Python is a deep teal creamy matte. Feels beautiful, nice and smooth, and I feel will pair beautifully with lime green or lime chrome, excuse me. Sorry to not show, that was Python here. Now we're gonna go in with Aurora, which is a new formula she mentioned in her video. Aurora is a peacock blue, but this is a creamy crystal. What does she say? Creamy crystal formula. So it's a deep teal, crystals in it, but a creamy formula, and that's Aurora. It does feel creamy to the touch because usually her crystal shadows are more like toppers and are a lot thinner in consistency. I'm gonna swatch it again. This definitely feels like it has a lot more body to it, a smoother texture. I like it. I would like to see more shadows with this formula going forward. Next up, we have Dijon. And this is a medium mustard creamy matte. Gorgeous. Now, when I applied this shade before, it did turn out muddy because I didn't think I used it properly. I was mixing it with the other neutral brown shades, and I think this is meant to use more with the green shades to kind of enhance that green undertone, that like yellowish green type of feel, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna primarily use these shadows today in the demo and then maybe another neutral look another day. Next up, we have Brass. This is a mirror reflective duochrome shadow. Oh, apparently it shifts from green to gold to bronze. That is perhaps one of the most beautifully reflective shades I have ever freaking seen. I mean, look at that. Look at the shine. Definitely mirror reflective. I see all those colors shift. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. And last up, what she thinks is in the green category is Sandstone. Let me just flip this overlay here. Sandstone. This is a cool yellow beige creamy matte. I think Sandstone will probably pair beautifully with Dijon, probably more so than the other neutral mattes in here. But here are all like the greenish type of shades that she likes to swatch together and I think look beautiful together if you ask me. Up next, now we have the more brown shades, and the first in line is Teak, which is this shade right here. Teak is a medium brown creamy matte. Creamy is right, and I found a lot of these mattes in the pan actually apply a lot richer in color when on the lid. So this is a beautiful either transition shade or like a medium transition shade. Next up is Log, which actually is Ignis in the Sunset palette. She said it's the exact same shade. She just wanted to change the name so it's more within like the gold category of things. This is a deep brown creamy matte. Next up is Aria here, which she considers to be the transition shade from the whole palette. Aria is a warm pink beige creamy matte. Definitely looks pinky on my skin, but it has like a nice warm hue to it. It's hard to see that on camera, but in person I could see the pinky beige more so than on camera. Next up, we have Cava. Cava is a sparkling sheer shadow, so not meant to be as opaque as the ones we've seen before in these swatches. This is more a warm nude gold, a champagne gold. And Cava again is, let me just make sure I have the right one. Cava is this one. So again, does feel sheer in texture compared to the metallic shades. And I feel this will be more suitable as a topper or even just lightly patted on if you had a matte on the lid, just to kind of enhance that gold champagne reflect. The sparkle on that is amazing. Beautiful sparkle on that shadow. Oh, I skipped one. Sparks. Sparks is this shade here, top middle. This is a gold vanilla sheer shade. So I feel like in the same category as Cava. Yes, I'll swatch it right next to Cava actually. Definitely cooler in tone. It has that same sheer consistency, a lot thinner than the creamy metallics, but beautiful. The shine on these, incredible. So again, more appropriate if you already have one of these metallic shades on the lid already. These shades will be to enhance the reflectivity while I'm not in focus of the metallic shades if you just want to amplify the shine and the sparkle of the look. Last shade, we got Varus, which is Baris. Cool wooden brown pressed metallic shadow. Oh, that's gorgeous. This has a beautifully smooth consistency, definitely more of a woodsy brown. Excellent shine, texture phenomenal. Across the board, I'm impressed with the shades and the texture of them. And again, I really love product knowledge, and if that information is available, I think it just provides a little more insight on the palette, how to use it, how you could arrange the colors, blend the colors. So I invite you to watch that video, or even just to go on the Sephora website and kind of see the shade descriptions, or even Natasha tutorials I think are very helpful, because she designs eyeshadows based on how she applies them and applies makeup in general. She only uses, I think, the most maybe 3 matte shades at a time, and it's really to darken up the crease. But I saw her pick colors that were from like each category. She kind of distinguished whether from the neutral brown category in this palette or the green category in this palette. Now that swatches are done, you know what time it is. Lid's already prepped, kind of just punched on the leftover Born This Way concealer that I applied under my eyes. Ooh, maybe a little too close. Okay, that's better. I think I'm gonna go in first with Sandstone. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so all like the greenish colors are here on this block, and the browns are here on this block, with the, you know, the sparkly shade, but then you just have the golds in between. Did that make any sense? I don't know. First shade moving in with is Sandstone. Where is it? Right there. Weighing GOSS number 16. We got some kickback in the pan. I'm just trying to just be very careful with how I apply. And let's see what we got. Ooh, that's a nice shade. It definitely picks up very warm on camera. In person, not super neutral cool, but definitely more neutral. And like I said, judging from the shade just in the pan, I wouldn't think that it will turn up like this on my skin. I think this shade on its own is gorgeous. If you just want a soft matte color on the crease, wing liner, or just mascara, I think it'll be perfect for that purpose. All right, I think I'm gonna use my smaller wing number 4 and try Dijon again. Originally when I tried Dijon, I applied it as a transition shade, and maybe it's more suited for a medium shade. We'll see how it goes. Dijon number 4. Oh, that was very dusty. Like more under. See, then I feel it doesn't really, there's no distinguishment. Is that even a word? Maybe I will put it under my eye. You know, I'm thinking maybe Dijon just has to kind of work by itself, because that looks really pretty under the lash line. Or it could be used to blend out Python, which is like the teal matte in here. I think that looks beautiful. So beautiful, again, rust mustard shade, but probably would not combine it with another matte shade from here. Definitely more like a standalone color. All right, now I want to move in with Python. Is it Python? Yes, this teal green shade, but I want to use now my Sonia G, love her, Worker 1, which picks up a lot of product, lays it on fast, and I definitely want full impact from the get-go. I'm gonna do this first. Ooh. One way we could have done this also was to apply Python first and then use sandstone to blend out, but I think it looks pretty teal even over these neutral shades, so doing well so far. And I'm using the tip of the brush to gently diffuse the edges into the crease, but not too high. I still want sandstone to be the predominant color above the crease. Using very, very light pressure because I'm trying to be careful here in making sure it doesn't move up too high, but it's always a struggle for me. Taking my number 16 again and just slowly diffusing the edges. That looks pretty good. I think we're doing well so far. Sorry friends, it stopped recording. I don't know at one point, but we started on the other eye with Python. I was saying that I definitely want to come back on here and do another look using the gold palette. Can't guarantee that it's going to be up right away because I'm traveling to Houston this weekend to help my friend with her pole competition, and I'm also teaching workshops at Revolve Pole Studio, some of my flexibility workshops, as well as Sublime Strength, which is my bodyweight training conditioning class, and Fly House, which is my handstand conditioning class. And I'm definitely not going to have time to film when I'm over there, so I'm trying to get as much as I can done now, but probably the second look with the gold palette will have to wait when I return. All right, taking the same brush, but now I'm gonna take it under like outer third. It's funny, Sonia G designed these brushes with Natasha Denona shadow in mind, which is really cool. I could understand why this is working out quite well. She has a smudger brush, but I love using Worker 1 for my lower lash line just because I like it blown out and really smoky. So if you want like a smaller or a lesser placement of color, I would definitely use her smudger 1, which is somewhere in here. It's a lot smaller and will provide a more precise application. So it will get it right under the lash line. It won't blow it down so much like the Worker 1 does. So if you want like a more concentrated placement of color, you will use Smudger 1. Again, back with my 16 to smooth these edges out. And then down below as well. All right, I think now I want to go in with Aurora, which is this shade here, like this beautiful metallic peacock shade. I'm also, you know what? I think I want to use my finger with this. So I'm going to go in with Aurora, and just where we didn't place Python, center of the lid. How is that looking so far? I think that's looking gorgeous. I'm leaving this blank because I want to go in with lime chrome, that duochrome shade that shifts from gold to green, and it's just gorgeous. I'm very pleased to announce that, one of the reasons why Sonia G brushes are outstanding is the fact that it picks up so much product, but it does not get on your face. I don't see any Python on my cheekbones, and even with this shade alone on my finger, as sparkly as it is not dropping to my under eye and is looking great on the lid. I'm going to take Smudger 1 with Aurora, and now more in the center of my lower lash line, extending from where Python stopped. Just making this a little smoother, turning it more into a point. Excited, very excited to finally use this shade, but now I want to go in with Builder 1, and Sonia had suggested, and some of you as well, that it's not a pat down but a zigzag wiggle that will pick up more product and will place more of it on the lid. Going in with lime chrome, but zig. Oh yeah, that picked up a lot more. Yes. Taking that inner third. Oh yes, that does it, man. And this is designed to pick up trickier textures, and lime chrome I feel is definitely from that tricky texture category. Absolutely gorgeous. Couldn't ask for a better brush. Put it in here, and also the tip of it helps me carve out the inner space of my lid so it appears cleaner. How we're looking, doesn't that look gorgeous? I'm taking the same brush, but now more to the inner lower third. I'm gonna take my pinky. Oh, that was too much. Oh my god, no! Abort. Taking Sonia Pencil 1 with lime chrome, and then here. That's a lot better. That's a lot better strategy, Alicia. Good job. Looking good. Now, do I want to use brass? I think brass is Another duochrome shade is the one down here. Maybe I could reserve that for another lid moment for another video. I definitely want to go in with Oro, the gold shade, but placing that on my inner corner as my inner corner highlight, which is a little intense, but I want to showcase like one of the standout gold shades in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use my, again, Sonia G pencil one with Oro. Beautiful creamy color, inner corner. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. All right, friends, I'm gonna apply some mascara and I'll be right back. Before I zoomed you out, I wanted to confess that I ended up adding brass to Python and Aurora, and I just love it. Looks like a flame of gold ascending from my lash line. Kind of digging it. All right, finished look. Put some lipstick on. How do you like it? I am in love with how my eye look turned out. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was gonna look crazy or really teal or really this or really that. I can understand why the gold palette is by far one of the more popular eyeshadow palettes from Natasha. I definitely think it's more user-friendly. Sunset palette flew off the shelves initially when it first launched, and it took a long time to restock, and until recently it did. And then Lila came along, or Lila, excuse me. Purple palette, purple lovers, but I think enough neutrally shades in there that you could kind of experiment with and leave your comfort zone. My poor plant wasn't in frame, so I had to move her. And the teals, man, I cannot get over. Why is she all the way over here? I cannot get over how much I love sandstone. I didn't expect it to be like a transition shade that I would just fall deeply in love with. I appreciate how it blended out Python without it looking overly orangey. It created nice enough warmth for the transition, but Python is still shining through, and the color is just gorgeous. The duochrome shades, out of this world. I love this palette, and I used it twice, but I think I wasn't enthusiastic about my results because I was combining the wrong shades, and I think I was just going willy-nilly with everything and didn't have a good strategy. But when I watched her video and just stuck to the mattes that are like in the green category versus the neutral category, I think my eye look just turned out better. And the next time I come out here, we'll go primarily in with these shades and maybe use like the browner gold shade, Varus, and then use maybe more of this shade here. I forgot what it's called. My notes are somewhere. I'm sorry. But I can understand again why this is a more user-friendly palette, because you have good amount of neutral shades, but the pops of color are just gorgeous. Teal and peacock you can't go wrong with. Oh, I forgot to mention that I applied my Marc Jacob gel crayon liner in Whirlpool, which is not the same color category as Aurora and Python. Those shades are more teal and this is more turquoise, which is fine. I think he actually has like one of the newer formulas that are sparkly that it's more teal, so maybe I'll pick that up from the sale. You can't go wrong with gold, man, and to have different hues of it and to have different shadows that you can enhance is gold, whether you want it to be more cool gold or bronzy gold or greenish gold. You have those options, and the mattes are a pleasure to use, especially if you use them with good strategy. You don't go crazy like I did, try to combine all the mattes and come out with mud. Like, I would stick to this, or I would just use the Jean on its own and then maybe go in with brass or even one of these shades, or I would just stick with the neutral shades and use these three to enhance the crease and not kind of jump from here to there and just stay within those sections. Oro is amazing. You saw the swatches. I mean, the texture is cream. It is metallic cream on your skin. They apply beautifully. Like, the inner corner is just gorgeous. It works out even though it is a very warm gold. Usually shades that are lighter in color are reserved for the inner corner and the brow bone. I found that this was a fun shade to use on the inner corner, and it just adds a little more character to the eye look and not relying on your usual nudie shades. Let me know if you're thinking about getting the gold palette this weekend for the VIB Rouge sale, or any day after this. I don't know when I'm going to get this video uploaded, hopefully by tonight or tomorrow. I'm sorry, you guys. If you haven't already, what you've experienced, what your favorite colors are, eye looks have been, and let me know down below. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial, demo, chit chat, or review. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.